Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do something a little different than I usually do. It's not going to be fashion or fashion week or, things that I'm interested in or things that I've bought. It's going to be a little different and do a little bit of a social commentary. I do that on my blog as well. Every once in a while I'll do some kind of social commentary as long as it's within the genre of fashion or beauty or influencing or social media, that kind of thing. I'm not going to do like geopolitics and world events and politics or anything like that. So I'm going to do something today that, that I came across. But before we get started, I want to show you wearing this great top that I got from Urban Revival. If you guys saw my Urban Revival video, it's a really fun, cute top. I like these statement sleeves. They really hold their shape. It's really great. And I'll show you a teeny bit longer. They kind of come here, but I guess I could get some jewelry. I'll have to get some Lexus Patar bracelets. That would be so amazing. So anyway, today's video is going to be about an influencer who's calling out, or should I say a YouTuber who's calling out other influencers or influencers. There's this YouTuber named Stephanie Lange. I first heard of her a few years ago, maybe around 2022, 23. Her videos popped up as suggested videos in my YouTube feed. So I started watching them, and a lot of them were about the beauty industry and beauty treatments and how they can be kind of detrimental and you have to be careful. Things like lip filler, apparently lip filler, they say you put it in and it dissolves on its own, but apparently it doesn't. It never goes away, I guess, or it takes a long time and it can migrate from your lips to other parts of your face. It can be problematic. So anyway, she does videos like that. And I found those interesting. I felt like they served a purpose. So, I would occasionally watch her videos when they popped up on my suggested feed. I mean, I do watch lots of different types of videos, so, I don't watch it all the time, but time to time, I'd watch them. And about, I don't know, like a month and a half ago or so, maybe a little bit longer than that, one of her videos popped up, and it said, an influencer is trying to silence me. And I'm like, oh wow, I gotta click on that one and watch that one, right? So she was talking about how she'd done a previous video about influencers. Basically, she was calling out influencers. She didn't go super deep into that, but she was talking about it. And then she said that one of the influencers that were in the video basically flagged her video, reported her video, and her video got like a copyright strike and was taken down for a short period of time. And turns out that there wasn't a problem, that Stephanie did not violate any kind of terms of service, and it was reinstated. Now, and I kept watching it, and I'm like, who's this influencer? I was very surprised because the influencer she was talking about, I've been following for a long time now, and I still watch her videos. It was Tamara Kalanick, and Tamara did get the majority of the screen time. I mean, there were other influencers, and of course, she pointed out the Kardashians. When everyone loves to hate the Kardashians, what's new. And she was showing the Kardashians and other influencers, but Tamara did get the most screen time. So I think her team, that's why her team, complained to YouTube about it. But apparently, if you can put any clips of other people's videos in your videos, it just has to be under a certain amount of time. So Stephanie's clips were under a certain amount of time, so she did not violate the terms of service, which is why the video was reinstated. So I'm kind of like, wow, if it was only down for a short period of time, maybe even less time than, say, the TikTok ban, and it was put back up, and there were no strikes against your account, then what was the point of the second video? And she was really angry in the second video, very angry, very righteous, saying how she could be losing money, and she needs money, and she has a child to support. Okay, but it was fine. The video went back up, and there was no strikes against her account. So it just seems to me that that video she put up, for, I don't know, maybe clickbait, because the first video she called out the influencers apparently did very well. So that would be why she would do the second video, because if that one did well, the next one talking about that would also do well. And so I watched the first video, now I was curious. I watched the first video, and I'm just like, so here you are, like, shaming influencers and blaming them, saying that they're causing overconsumption and consumerism. And she even included a clip from some local news station somewhere, I don't know where it was, where they're interviewing this woman who apparently ran up all this debt, lots of insurmountable debt on her credit card, and she was saying how she just would watch these videos, and not just YouTube, but on any of the social media platforms, like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and just made her want to buy things. And I'm like, okay, this woman looked to me to be about her mid-30s, maybe even late 30s. I'm like, okay, well over the age of 18, you're an adult. As an adult, you're responsible for your own actions. I don't know what happened to society that now we're in this like nanny society where grown-ass adults want to blame everybody else for their behavior. I mean, that's your behavior. You chose to do that. I'm sorry, but it has to a point where people have to grow up and, be an adult. It's called adulting. I watch those videos all the time. I don't have a bunch of designer clothes that I can't afford or bins filled with makeup that I can't afford. I don't do it. If I can't afford it, I don't buy it. So I'm just like, it's such a really kind of bad taste in my mouth, like the whole video. And then, I started to do a little more digging. And it turns out that Stephanie herself was an influencer. She's a makeup artist. She started as a makeup artist. And then she became a beauty influencer. She even had a collab with Sigma. And it's just kind of like, And she's trying to, like, I think, scrub the internet. Like, she used to be, a beauty influencer. I don't know how long it was. It might have been short-lived. But there are pictures of her out there, obviously being a beauty influencer, like holding up products, that kind of thing. And if you click on them, they take you to a video that's been taken down on her website. Like, she's trying to, kind of forget that whole past that she had done that. And because, obviously it'd be very hypocritical. But it's just hypocritical, period. Even if she was never a beauty influencer. Because if you go to her channel and you look at the thumbnails on her channel, they're, horrendous. So she goes and tries to find the most hideous, unattractive photos of celebrities that she can find. And she puts them up there, calling them out and shaming them. And it kind of reminds me of, back in the day when you were a kid and you see those tabloids and they have the ugliest pictures that they could find of celebrities, right there at the checkout stand at the supermarket. But at least the tabloids kind of owned it. They knew exactly what they were doing. They just kind of owned it. Well, Stephanie's saying she's doing it so that regular people won't feel bad about themselves and, want to get, these treatments or plastic surgery and things like that. That's one thing. There are plenty of videos that do that. I think there's a lady named Lori Hill that does that. And she's not shaming people the way Stephanie is shaming people. I mean, I'm sorry, but videos are sensationalist. It's sensationalism. That's what sold the tabloids. That's what's selling this with those thumbnails. She gets a ton of views. I'm sure she's making bank. But let's not just hide behind ideology and righteous anger. Honey, you know exactly what you're doing. It's all about making money. And this kind of content gets a lot of views and a lot of clicks. We all know that. Anything that's kind of controversial like that, people love it. It is what it is. And you make a lot of money. So, but please don't say you're doing it so that other people don't feel bad. I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous. And it's not the only one. People were calling her out on Reddit and Title Life. Somebody said she's even she's selling essential oils for a company. Not she's not personally selling them, but she's kind of peddling that and making money that way. And someone said it's an MLL. I don't know about that, but that doesn't even matter. It's still, in my opinion, hypocritical. I'm just at least influencers are upfront about what they're doing. And she even has a new one relatively new, called Influencers Are the Scum of Society. I'm like, okay, I think there's some other people that could, take that title. And she's saying how, because we have these young women who are, pretending to have designer bags. Oh, the horror. Oh my God, the horror. War in Ukraine, what's happening in Sudan, what's happening in our own country, for God's sakes. But, oh my God, some young women are pretending to have fake designer bags. I mean, the tragedy. I mean, really, come on. So, yeah, I unfollowed her. Not a fan anymore. Just, I don't like, two pet peeves of mine are hypocrisy and self-righteousness, which, ding, ding, she hit both bells. So anyway, let me know what you think. And that's it for today. And let me know if you like these commentaries. I may do them from time to time. I know what my channel become, big commentary channel, but I might pop them in from time to time. So anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.